Just because I'm wearing a tank top doesn't mean I'm lifting weights.
I was just giving credit where credit is due, and that is straight to your biceps. You can take a look at all the guys that Michael just talked about and who I was not fully listening to him on.
Triple shimmy. Got him. And Fuentes, it's a grinder behind the back grab by Strowman, but can he get it there in time? Just barely.
We like to call them an egg Sammy here.
Oh, yeah. We definitely don't do that here.
Struck him out.
Paying homage to Tommy Lasorda.
The enthusiasm needs to get higher for that. It's hump day in baseball.
Good morning. Welcome to SP Streamer Live. I'm your host, Michael Simione. You can follow me on Twitter at SP Streamer. Today, we're going to get into some streaming as well as a picture that I noticed making a slight change that could become interesting. So we're going to dive into them a little bit just to see what's going on there. Also, quick notice, we are going to start doing On the Bumps live with Doug, and those are going to be at night once a week. So on that day, I will not be streaming in the morning. This week it is Tuesday. We'll probably try to keep it either Tuesdays or Thursdays. So, we'll be recording 9:30 p.m. Eastern instead of the morning, just so you all know that, for whoever cares. Anyway, all right, let's do streaming first. Not a lot of good slates coming up. Especially today. Today's a little tough. Good morning, Matt. What's going on, man? All right. So Adam Wainwright at home. Love it every time. Guy's so good at home. Always shows up. Has for his entire career. Going against Miami, though, they've been a little hot. So I'm going to actually lean towards our streamer, our main pick. And that's actually going to be Austin Gomber. He's going against the Padres. I know it's in Colorado, but the Padres haven't really been that good. The Mets were able to take care of them pretty easily. And Gomber's just been ridiculous. I mean, even at home, he's got that 1.33 ERA. So he's been fantastic when in Colorado. I know we can't completely trust it, but we've talked about Gomber a lot on here, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but obviously he's been really hot, really good. So I still like the stream, even though it's in Colorado. Once in a blue moon, I'll take that little risk, and I'm going to do that for today. JT Brewbreaker is a very good consideration as well. He's going against Washington. He's been better as of late. Washington's been struggling, continue to struggle. Still waiting for that offense to really pop. Will it happen? I mean, I would think so. But Brewbaker's a good secondary option if Gomber's not out there. As for our deep league pick, we're kind of stuck with some iffy options here. So Brad Keller does get Detroit. Detroit kind of gets hot and cold. Right now they're going towards the cold side. They always swing and miss a lot, although Brad Keller's not really a strikeout pitcher. But I think he should be able to handle them pretty well, hopefully. We'll see. So he's going to be our pick. Vlad Gutierrez, he's been really good, but the problem is I looked under the hood. I think it was on here actually too. And I didn't really like what I was seeing. I feel like he's been super lucky. The high walks is worrisome. So that's a little risky, even though Milwaukee can struggle at times. Howard gets the Dodgers. You don't want that. Peterson is a disaster right now. And then you got, again, just not that great matchups. You got Braxton Garrett going against the Cardinals, who are struggling, but I want to see more from him. Then you got Mejia, who got lit up last time against Baltimore, and then Matt Peacock against the Giants, who are struggling shockingly. But I don't trust that at all. Their offense has been so good all season, and why stop now? Especially against a pitcher like Matt Peacock. I don't really see anything too crazy happening there. For tomorrow, we got Mike Minor against Detroit. Again, I think Minor's been pitching really well. I talked to him about him recently too on a morning stream. He's going back to that changeup, which is great. So I think Minor can handle Detroit, especially the way he's been pitching as of late. As our deep pick, we're going to go with Tyler Anderson. It was hard to decide between him and Tucker Davidson. Both have been pitching pretty well. I just think the Nationals have been struggling more. Sure, Boston can't really hit lefties in the past month, but their offense is still a little scary. So I edged Anderson over Davidson for that. Hap's a decent option against Seattle as well, although every time I feel like I pick him, he doesn't pitch well. So that's why I'm staying away from him. But maybe since I'm not picking him, there you go. You could take him. McClanahan gets a tough matchup against the White Sox. Flexing against the Twins is not good either. They have a good offense. It looks like Alec Mills is getting the start, or at least is going to be an opener against the Mets. But the Mets have been hot as well. If you want to be super risky, you go with Quantrill, but he's been good, looked good, but also really bad. So I feel like that's a coin flip. You're not really sure what you're going to get there. All right, so we're going to move on to the 16th. Again, like always, we're going to do this together real quick, kind of roll through this and decide. Scooble is somehow only 30% owned in Yahoo and ESPN leagues. I am sure he's taken in all of your leagues, but I technically can stream him still. So he's definitely going to be my main shallow pick as long as he's playing this well. And the Royals, yeah, sure, they hit lefties decent, but the Royals can strike out so much. So I feel like Scooble could easily get 8 to 10 Ks here if he pitches well, obviously. So this is a really good stream. I'll give him an 8-2 here. Singer against Detroit. Look, we've been picking on them as of the past 2 days. Singer's been pitching better as well. I like this start as also. I'm going to give it a 7-7. But I think Scooble edges out Singer just because of what he's doing. Bailey Ober. So he's looked really good in 2 starts and really bad in 1 start. Pretty interesting pitcher. I like the matchup against Seattle. He had a high strikeout rate in the last 2 starts, so I feel like this could be really good for him. I like this play. I think he'll be our shallow pick for the day. I mean, our deep league pick for the day. I'll take the risk. I mean, nothing else is freaking working nowadays, so why not? Cole Irvin gets the Angels. As you can see, look at all that red. That's not the best of matchups. They've been heating up big time too. Irvin has been pretty good, but I just don't like that matchup. Stripling gets the Yankees. Stripling's been up and down. Can get a lot of strikeouts. I'm gonna have to. I'll give him a 6-8, but I would feel a little scared about this. Garrett Richards gets at the Atlanta Braves. I don't really want a part of this. I mean, Richards has been okay. You're still waiting for his breaking balls to kind of show up. And until he does that, I can't really have too much confidence in him. Kenning gets the Athletics. Kenning has strikeout potential, but the Athletics have been really good, especially against righties. So I'm going to give this a 6-4. Merrill Kelly against the Giants again. Giants struggling. Don't really believe it. Kelly has been pretty good, though. So I'm going to give this a 6-7. If they keep struggling, maybe this ends up being a pretty decent play. So we'll bump him up. Justice Sheffield against Minnesota. Again, I think the Twins have really good offense. Not really trusting this with Sheffield. I'll give him 6-3. Keegan Aiken against Cleveland. Not a horrible option. Again, Cleveland's not really going to destroy a pitcher, in my opinion. I've been saying this all season. So I feel like they're a decent offense to stream against. I'll go 6-4 because I still don't know what to fully make of him yet. Jordan Lyles against Houston. You want no part of this. I'm going to give this a 5-5. Chase DeJong, I want to see more from him. Again, Washington struggling, but I still want to see more. So I'm going to give him a 6-0 and I'll bump him up. Oviedo gets Miami. He has not been good as of late. Miami's been hot. We'll keep this 5-5. And then you got Kyle Freeland, who's just been an absolute disaster so far going against the Padres, and it's in Coors. So we're going to give this a 5-0. So just to reiterate, we got Scooble. He's going to be our pick for 2 days from now. Ober in deeper leagues if Singer or Scooble are owned. So that will be for the 16th. Let me just merge this real quick. Sorry, people. All right. So now we're going to move on to a pitcher who has piqued my interest. He pitched yesterday and pitched pretty well. And that's going to be Will Crow. So what's interesting that Will Crow did yesterday, let's go to his breakdown first. Okay. So Will Crow's best pitch is a slider. Has never thrown it as his, has never been his number one pitch in a game. He's mainly gone to the fastballs, including his four seam and a sinker. But yesterday that kind of changed. So Will Crow decided to throw his slider 41% of the time yesterday, which is a pretty big change. This could be, now again, this could be just game plan. Like, maybe, the Brewers are really bad against sliders. So they said, Crow, go out there and throw it a ton. Or this could be analytics being like, dude, start throwing your slider more. It's your best pitch. So it's something we have to watch. But if this stays, this is really interesting. I know in the beginning of the season, I think, Saris actually talked about him and how his pitches measure really well in terms of stuff. So changing something like this makes him really intriguing and interesting. And again, throwing your slider a ton can do a lot for you, especially when it's your best pitch. So I found this pretty interesting. Plus, the velocity went up. His velo on his fastball was up almost nearly a tick. So that's interesting too, and definitely something to watch. So again, watch Will Crow's next start, because if he keeps throwing that slider and the four seams velocity is up, and say he throws another good gem, I jump all over that. But let's look into it a little more. This is his pitch locations for the start. Looks like he was trying to keep the slider down. Obviously left some pitches in. That does happen though. So let's go to the pitch results. So if you could see right here, this is where he let up a single. Good pitch location. The double too. He left it a little bit in the zone, was a changeup. But nothing getting crushed in the middle, which is pretty good. And I thought that was a little interesting. So that's good. Again, missing pitches in the middle of the zone there. Just to show, this is his pitch percentage by game. This game right here, he actually didn't start. That was in the pen. But as you can see, he never really featured the slider until last night. And he had a really, really good start. So, again, something interesting to watch. Keep an eye on that. And to just look at the results, this is what happened when he threw his slider a ton. He went against Milwaukee, threw 5 innings, 2 earned, but he had 8 strikeouts. The K per nine was a 14.40. The FIP was a 0.55. Again, super small scale, but shows a little bit that it was somewhat legit. 44.4 K percentage again. So everything just looked really good in this one start. If you look at the plate discipline, he induced a lot of chases, which he hasn't really done in his start except for one. The swing strike was his highest of the season. So again, all good stuff here. Let's just glance at the slider. So the contact against the slider, it's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. The ISO is not horrendous. The WRC plus is not horrendous. It could be better. You want to see it be better. But yeah, that's overall. Overall induces ground balls. Yeah. So this looks bad, right? The swing strike percentage is only 9.7%. The O swing is only 28.6. Doesn't look great. But the thing with sliders, and we've always talked about, is with sliders, location's important more than movement and stuff like that. And look how good his slider location is. He literally just hits the corner of the zone, and if he misses, he's missing below. So I feel like with really good command on a slider, and then if he pushes the percentage up because it's one of his better pitches, in my opinion, I think that he could really perform a lot better moving forward. So again, just to reiterate, watch Will Crow's next start. Watch his pitch usage, see if he features that slider again, see if the four-seam velocity is up, because that could be a trickle-down effect where all the other pitches are much better because of it, including this changeup, which he also locates really well. So just keep an eye on him. If he does it again, it could be really intriguing, and he could be someone that you want to be looking to add. And before we go, again, quickly reiterate, streamers for today are Gomber, Keller, tomorrow, Minor, Anderson, and the day after looking at Skubal and Bailey Ober. That does it. It's Monday morning. I'm a little tired. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel. It means a ton. Again, tomorrow, there is no morning live stream. We're going to be streaming tomorrow night because we're going to be streaming on the Bumps Live. So that's going to be with Doug, Coaching-ish, if you want to follow him on Twitter. So again, tomorrow, no morning stream. We will be on tomorrow night, though, at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So that does it. I hope you have a good day, the rest of your week. We will see you Wednesday morning if you can't catch the Tuesday night stream.